I don't typically make videos like this, but I want to walk you through the journey of me trading stocks and now to options, and now how I'm making like $3,000 to $6,000 a month. And I am using a lot of money to make that money, so I'm not like something crazy, but I do just want to get across the point of how long this took, guys. I didn't really start making money until 4 years in. In fact, I blew up my account twice, and it's really taken me until my 6th year now where I'm actually consistent in all that I do. And so let me walk you through this journey so that if you've are in this process of learning how to trade, specifically options and option selling, and you're just not getting it, you're losing money and you just want some hope, this will be the story for you. Or maybe you're someone who just can't pin down a strategy. You've been trying off and on to trade for years and it just hasn't clicked. You're going to understand what made it click for me and my story. So let me dive into what's going on here. So I found the market in 2016. I was sick and I was in bed, and I came across this little video on TV that was the world's richest people explained. And so it went over all these different people and ended on Warren Buffett. That's like, this guy just sits around. He's overweight. He just drinks drinks Coke, and he makes a lot of money, and he's a billionaire. And I was like, well, I love numbers. I like patterns. I think I'm decent at that stuff, right? I liked math in high school, which is where I was at this time. And I started learning about investing. I want to know what the number one problem with investing is. Number one, you need a lot of money, because we're talking about compounded growth, but still your compounded growth on $100 ain't nothing. So you need a lot of money. So someone who was just starting in the world, who was in high school, that didn't quite cut it. Second thing that I didn't like is that I didn't know if I was right about a stock for years. I could do all my research on picking what I thought was the perfect stock, but I wouldn't know if I was right for years. And because of that, I could be in the wrong stock and my money could actually be losing and not making money for me because I'm in the wrong stock and I wouldn't know. And so that's why I was like, after spending almost 6 months of learning everything about investing, every single ratio, every single number, how to read the balance sheets, the profit and loss statements, everything about companies, it just wasn't working for me. I was like, this is not going to cut it. Then by that time, this is 2017, and YouTube is bombarded with ads from specific day traders. I'm not going to say their names because I do like suing people, but I saw a ton of ads about day trading. And what I thought is like, wow, this is awesome because it solves the problem. Number one, I don't need a lot of money. And two, I know in almost a day or less if I'm right about the trade that I picked. So I started studying day trading. It just did not work. Why? Well, because people would do this and say that and do this, but nothing ever lined up. Nothing worked consistently. And every strategy I tried, and yes, I tried every one. I tried RSI, MACD, moving averages, no indicators at all, support and resistance, reading candles, looking at volume profile, anything you can think of, the Fibonacci, the Elliott wave theory. If you heard of it, I guarantee I've read it, tried it, everything. And the problem is I couldn't consistently make money. Why? Well, because I couldn't pinpoint the exact entries and exits. That was my first problem. I was busy. I was a student. I was working. I didn't have time to dial in the perfect entries and perfect exits, so it never worked. And number two, what I didn't find out until later with my own experience and knowledge trading is that the strategies I learned, no one, no guru, no nothing, didn't tell you about different market cycles. Every strategy works, but only in the market cycle it was designed for. In bullish markets, there are bullish strategies that work. But if you take those bullish strategies and you apply them to neutral markets or apply them to downtrending markets, you will not make money. And nobody told me that. To be honest, I don't think the gurus even know that themselves. And so what I learned is that, yes, these strategies work, but I need to pick the different markets. And that's what I learned later. So in the middle of day trading, I realized this does not work. Then I saw another up and coming YouTuber back in 2018 talk about swing trading, and I was like, this is it, right? It blends the knowing if I'm right about the trade faster with not needing that much money, but also I don't need to be right on top of it, knowing every single entry and exit at the perfect time. So what I did is I started swing trading ETFs and I did really well with that. I was able to make 30 to 40% a year. I created an algorithm for it that showed me the trends, so I knew if the market was trending up or trending down or trending sideways, so I knew whether to get in, out, or just do something else. And so again, that's what I did really well. I did that on SPY. I did that on the ETFs of natural gas, different things like that, and did really, really well. I even built a software around it that's helped already over 15,000 people have used that software to make money. So that's why I love what I did. Then another life hit me, another life event hit me, I should say. Is back in 2021, I kind of started realizing, yes, this swing trading thing is great, but I want to disconnect my time from money, right? That is how the wealthy people do it. They disconnect their time from making money, and it still required me to look at the charts, to look at the algos, to look at what's going on, to understand placing the trade, exiting the trade, and everything around it. So in 2021, I started exploring options selling. I always thought it was something risky I would never do, and then I was like, you know what? Let's just go for it. And so I started learning that if you sell a put below a certain level, the market can do whatever it wants, but as long as it stays above that level, I'll make money by expiration. And that was insane. Having 90% plus win rates to make a consistent monthly income, I was like, this might be where it's at. So I started building system after backtest around option selling, and I got hooked on credit spreads, and credit spreads were amazing. I was making as much as $5,000 a month. That is verified. You can go check my YouTube. I show my profit and loss and everything, and it was amazing to trade credit spreads like that. But just like all things, it only works in its respective markets. Credit spreads work great in trending markets. When the market's going up, you can make great money. When the market's going down, you can make great money. But when it's neutral, when it's sideways, it's hard to make money. And that's when option selling takes off. Credit spreads are selling, but you need the directional play of the market to help you out. But if you just sold a put in a neutral market, you're going to make money. And so that's when I just discovered Tom King in the 112 strategy. And I started doing that left and right every single week, putting on a new 112, and it was great. You can see here are some of my trades from my most recent 112 trades. You can see here I'm up 47% or $500. I'm up almost 60% or $600. And I'm up 21% or almost $300 in the last 6 days on this one trade. And so the 112 trade was amazing. But the only thing was, I proposed to my childhood girlfriend. That's right. We grew up together. I knew her since I was 8. She was 7. So I didn't rob the cradle. She was also young. We were both young. And I started dating her, and then I decided to propose, and now we are engaged and getting married soon. And I thought, you know what? This 112 strategy is amazing. But the problem is, my time is still attached to making money. What if I die? What if I lose the ability to work? What if my brain stops working? Any one of these things that just happens in life, accidents, situations, car wrecks, plane crashes, you never know what's going on. Dementia as you get older, whatever it is. I understood that one thing. If I'm asking this girl to marry me, that I'm going to be her provider and protector as outlined in Scripture. And so with that, I wanted to take that seriously. So the 112, I would say, is one of the most amazing trades ever because it's so consistent, it's so profitable, and it works in most markets. So I decided, you know what? Let's create an auto trader that automatically enters option selling positions. So I can say, hey, I want to trade this asset. ES, SPY, gold, whatever it is. I want to sell puts, sell strangles, sell 112s, whatever it is. I can set a profit target. I can set a stop loss. I can turn my 112 trades into hedges automatically. And just like that, I now have an auto trader that will take my account and generate consistent monthly income anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000 every single month, which means that when we get married, if I die the day after, God forbid, my account is hooked up to this, and she will generate endless money. She will make $3,000 to $6,000 every single month without ever touching the bottom or the capital or collateral. And so that's what brings me peace, is not only relying on God for provision, but understanding that, hey, my money, even if I can't do it, will make money for itself so that my wife and my family will be taken care of. And I know a lot of you guys, because I've spoken to a lot of my members, and they're like, that's true, Austin. I want to provide. I don't want to rely on this job who I've seen fire people with no cause. Like, I want to be able to use my money to make more money so I can be more self-sufficient, so I can provide for my family, so I don't have to be scared of the next market crash or passing away or leaving my people with debt. I want my money to make more money. And if that is you, you are perfect for the auto trader. So what are some of the lessons that I learned through my trading journey before I show you how to get access to this auto trader? Well, first lesson, you need to understand that all strategies work, but only in their own respective markets. Understand what an uptrend is, what a downtrend is, what a neutral market is, and find and understand what strategies work best in them. You also need to understand that you need to find one strategy that you love and master it, and only ever do that. I know very rich people who make a lot of money every single month. I'm talking about traders who only trade one strategy. Tom King, it's the 112 strat. It's the 112 strategy. Other traders I know, it's just selling puts. Tasty Live, it's strangles. Whatever it is, you need to find the one consistent strategy and do it left and right. So that's my two biggest learnings is once you know markets, once you know strategies, once you've mastered one, then go all in. I spent too much of my trading career trying to pin down a strategy, and once I got it, I didn't go all in. I didn't size up like I said I would, and I didn't quite hit the returns that I wanted because I wasn't sizing up in risk levels, right? I'm not saying exceed risk, but I was too afraid. And once I started doing that, that's when I started seeing the $5,000 months, the $6,000 months, and that's how it started working, by mastering one and going all in. And so that's what I want to say. If you're a new options trader, I presented you with some. If you want to learn about more strategies, you can actually do that here in my free group. So again, if you click on the link in the YouTube down below, it says Options Auto Trader Waitlist. If you click on that, it'll show you a video of what it's like, of what you can do. And if you put your email in, you can join this free group where there is courses on Options Trading 101, Technical Analysis 101 that teaches you how to identify these different market phases and which strategies work best in it. Monthly income strategies is walk you through step by step the bag test, the worst case scenarios, how to prevent them for 1, 2, 3, 4 different type of options selling strategies so that you can make monthly income. Not only that, we have a very active community here who is sharing their trades, helping each other trade, and waiting for the options trader to go live to the public. So if you're new to options trading, I recommend you just click the link down below and put in your email so that you can get free access to this community. Because if you do that, you have access to options traders doing exactly what you want to do, which is getting rid of risk in their own life, providing for their family, and generating monthly income. Anyways, guys, I don't typically do videos like this where I don't have step-by-step training, because that's what I do. So if you like step-by-step training, please subscribe to the channel. But I hope you enjoyed this video nonetheless, and I hope I see you inside this free school community.